It's been living in this world where there's so many different opinions and feelings, which results in a lot of hate. It is it's sad to see that people close to me are being attacked for my performances on the field. These people have done nothing to 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 warrant negativity for my actions. Whether that's my parents, my brothers, my girlfriend, family, it's just really sad. And I know I have the platform to address it, so I am, and I hope that people can realize that those individuals have nothing to do with who with what happens on the field or whatnot. And if you have a problem, I'm a man. I can take whatever opinions anybody has about me or my life, and yeah. So I just wanted to get that out there.
All right, thanks, Trey. And behind you 100%. Who has the first question for Trey? We'll start in the second row on your right. We'll get you the microphone.
Trey, do you mind if I ask a follow-up question to your opening statement, or would you like to move on?
We can move on.
All right. Obviously, you're going to be the Game 2 starter for the Blue Jays. How does that feel as a vote of confidence? Obviously, you did great against the Yankees, but how does that feel as a vote of confidence from your manager that he's sticking with what's working?
It's a great feeling, being able to go out there and go out there and play for this team is special. The clubhouse is rallied behind me, and I mean, I have all the confidence in the world.
Go to the fifth row on the left, Trey. Ben?
Hey, Trey. We learned yesterday from John Schneider that you walking out to the bullpen at Yankee Stadium was a bit of a decoy. Just wondering if you could share your kind of experience of that and what went into that day for you.
I was told that you guys were going to find out that I was available that day, but I truly wasn't. It's just a decoy. And then I was told to walk out there on the field in the fourth inning, which I did. But I thought it was funny just learning how this playoff baseball is kind of crazy, and there's a bunch of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that the average fan would have nothing or have no idea about. I thought it was really cool.
What was it like in the bullpen knowing that you weren't going to pitch?
I would say it was a little bit more stressful than being in the dugout, just because guys in the bullpen were flying around, getting hot every inning. I never heard a phone that loud in my life, the one that rings down there. So it was a little different than what I'm used to, but it was a cool experience.
Go one row behind to Mike.
So Trey, what was that walk like, and what were you hearing and seeing at Yankee Stadium?
When I was walking down there, I was trying not to smile. I was trying to act locked in. But I mean, no one really said anything. When I got to the bullpen, I heard some people, like, I don't even know what they were saying, but they were just like chattering and yelling some random stuff. But I mean, it wasn't crazy.
And just as far as all this is concerned, you've been here a month, not even. Are you getting used to this yet? Is this are you able to step back and say, okay, this is what's going on, or is this all still wild for you?
It's still pretty wild. I never thought I would be here in this situation this year, so every day is something new, and I'm very blessed to be learning this in such a young career.
One row ahead to John.
The journey of your season, going from multiple minor league stops to here, certainly a lot of coaches, coordinators, different people in the organization had their handprints on your success and your progress. Can you share maybe some of the most impactful people and how they helped along your journey during the course of the season?
Yeah, so I started my year off in low A, and I didn't know how professional baseball worked. So the pitching coach there, Corey, and the manager, Gil, they were great in allowing me to kind of figure out how this works from the start. And then along the way, every pitching coach had an amazing mentality, knew how to help me where I needed help, but not like reshape who I am as a pitcher. And all the support staff, as in strength coaches, nutritionists, trainers, I mean, across this entire organization, they're all phenomenal. And I give everybody in this organization a lot of credit.
And just one follow-up. When you were a kid at home watching postseason baseball, who were your favorite players? Who were the teams that you were drawn to? Was there one World Series or one ALCS that really made a big impact on your heart in terms of dreaming about being here right now?
I grew up a Phillies fan, but when they won the World Series, I was 5 years old, so I don't really remember too much about it. But I also grew up a big football fan. So in October, there's a lot of football on in the house, and I can't really pick one certain playoff team or run or whatever. But yeah, I mean, this is my favorite one so far.
We'll go to Jake before we move to our right. Jake, go ahead.
So when you made your, low A debut this year in Jupiter, Florida, this was not on your radar at all. Between that day and like last week at Yankee Stadium, was there a moment when you started to like realize this could happen to you? Was there a start, an outing, a turning point, a conversation where this felt like a real possibility?
Yeah, when they put me into the pen in Double A, I knew the reason for that was to potentially come up here and throw out of the bullpen for the big league team. So that really showed me that this team has a lot of belief in me, and they just want to test it out, and I'm a real option.
Fourth row on your right, Trey.
Other than getting in your steps, walking to the bullpen in Game 4, what have you done to stay on schedule with so many days off?
I've been doing my normal throwing. I was able to mix in a few more off days from throwing as well, just with like the difference in schedule and the way our off days have lined up. It's been really beneficial to get a lot of rest. But I mean, I've attempted to try to keep the same throwing schedule, lifting schedule, everything the same. So I think I've done a pretty good job at that.
We see Bassett and Scherzer back on the roster. Can you talk about what those two and Kevin and Jose, veterans, have meant to you and advice they've given you?
I mean, every single one of them has talked to me in their own way, and everyone has different messages. And they've really made this outlook on playoff baseball a lot smaller than what it is from the outside. I mean, it's still just baseball. It's still a game. And I got to go out there and treat it as such. There shouldn't be more pressure, or you shouldn't be freaking out about who's in the box or whatever it is. And it's great to have those guys in this clubhouse.
One row ahead, Trey.
Trey, a follow-up to your journey response. I have Casey Candel's version. What is your version of the moment he told you you had three options and you were getting called up?
So I for some reason I had a feeling I was getting called up that day, and I walked into the clubhouse and I see them arranging chairs in the manager's office. And I'm like, they're about to call me in there. And sure enough, they asked me to come in there, and I kind of had a intuition that what was going to happen. But Casey sat me down, and option number one was, this one is a little blurry in my head, but it was like, go back to Buffalo and just wait there and see what happens with the big league team. Option number two was shut down and go down to Florida. And option number three was go back to Buffalo and then drive up to Toronto that night and join the squad here before the trip to Tampa. And obviously I picked option number three.
Do two last ones, third row on your left.
Trey, last weekend was electric. I saw you also pitch on the second last day of the regular season. That was electric. What was your feeling after game 2, and what are you anticipating for tomorrow here at Rogers Center?
Game 2, I mean, you couldn't have drawn it up much better. I mean, being able to go out there and the performance from the pitching staff and the offense, and just being able to go out there and win and go up 2-0 in the series, it's an electric feeling, and you can feel it out there. But heading into tomorrow, I'm looking to not put, like I was saying earlier, not put too much pressure on myself. Just go out there and be who I am and be the pitcher I have always been, and trust my defense, trust my catchers, trust my offense.
Finish up with Shy, 2 rows behind the last.
Hey, Trey. Especially when you have a bigger gap between outings, is one of your pitches more finicky than the others in terms of keeping them sharp? And what goes into maintaining the best movement, best location with your fastball, split, and the slider?
They're all pretty much the same. I'll always throw pretty much every single pitch every single day, unless it's after a heavy day where I just want to get the fastball and give my forearm a break. So I do put in that work with pretty much every single pitch just about every single day.
And in terms of feel, which is the one that if you've got that set, the other ones work better?
Definitely the heater. If that's in the zone, I know I can throw the breaking stuff off that and have them be effective.
Trey, thanks so much for coming in. Have another great series.
Thank you, everybody.
From the Mariners, outfielder Dominic Canzone should be in any moment. Dominic will be at 4:30. John Schneider is at 4:55. Dan Wilson's at 5:10. And Matt Brash is at 5:20. We thank Dominic Canzone for coming in. If you have a question for Dominic, just raise your hand. We'll get you the microphone. Who's got the first question for Dominic? We'll start with John. 5 rows back on your left, Dominic.
Hi, Dom. To follow up on the previous series, I noticed you and Dylan Dinkler, of course, Ohio State teammates. How much did you enjoy competing against him? I saw sometimes you'd come to the plate and acknowledge him a bit. What was that whole experience like, having somebody that you know so well on the opposite side?
Yeah, obviously very special. One of my great friends from Ohio State, and got to play with him for a few years. Just a great person, spectacular athlete, and obviously saw the type of cannon that he has and showed it off against us. But yeah, just awesome to be able to share that moment with him.
And just from a standpoint of managing the fatigue for everybody, right? 15 innings, a long travel day yesterday. What do you sense is the mood of the group as you arrive here today for Game 1?
Just excited. I mean, another opportunity, another great team to play against, and again, just excited for the opportunity.
Other questions for Dominic? Yeah, go ahead, John. We'll get you, John. Yeah.
Can you maybe just shed a little more light, Dom, on what that night was like after the game, and maybe how late you guys were able to enjoy it, and then at what point in time kind of the focus turns to, okay, we have another series to play right in front of us?
Yeah, obviously, again, a special night and something that you dream of as a kid, especially with being able to walk it off at home. The crowd was unbelievable. It's just an out-of-body experience. It's hard to even talk about or replicate. So something I'll remember for the rest of my life, and obviously celebrated pretty good that night. But we had plenty of time to rest up yesterday, so we're ready to go.
For Bryce, I know coming off of short rest for him, what level of excitement do you still have for him, even though it's a short amount of rest for him here to start Game 1?
He obviously pitched great in Detroit, so he's ready to go. Everyone is all hands on deck, so I think, again, everyone lives for these type of moments, so I don't think anybody's thinking about if they're fatigued or not. They're just ready to go.
Other questions for Dominic? Yeah, Shy.
Hey, Dominic. I know you weren't there for the previous series with the Blue Jays, but when you get an opponent that you haven't seen all season versus one that you've got some more frequent or more recent looks at, how does that maybe change some of your pregame work, or anything that you're more targeting to try to get yourself familiar with when there just isn't that familiarity?
I think again, it's just sticking to who you are, not worrying so much about the opponent. We know we're a good team. We have great players on the team, so I think more just sticking to our normal routines, not trying to do anything that we wouldn't normally do, and again, just getting your bodies ready.
Other questions for Dominic? Anyone else? Yeah, John?
To watch Cal have a series like he did, both offensively and defensively, it's so much focus on him this year as an MVP candidate. But what did that show again about his ability to find higher and higher levels at this time of year?
Yeah, it was funny. I think it was like 3 games through the series. I saw some stat. It was like, oh, Cal hasn't hit a homer in 7 games. And it was like, what do you want from the guy? He's got like 5 or 6 hits already in the series. So it's almost, again, not just our team, but it seems like the whole country just expects him to hit a homer every game. So, again, he's just a special player, special talent, and a special person to just be around every single day and watch him go about his business.
No questions for Dominic? Anything else? All right, Dominic, thank you so much for coming down. Have a great series. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
John Schneider will be in here at 4:55. Dan Wilson will be in here at 5:10. And Matt Brash will be in here at 5:20.